Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be looking at the Rare Beauty Positive Light Tinted Moisturizer. If you're interested in seeing what it looks like, what it wears like over an 8 to 10 hour day, my thoughts on it since I have been wearing it for 4 days, then keep watching. Alright guys, so thank you for clicking on this video. I am going to be demoing the new Rare Beauty Positive Light Tinted Moisturizer. I have been wearing it for about 4 days and I have my thoughts. If you're new here, we like to talk all about makeup, luxury makeup, indie makeup. We do a makeup and chill live stream. So if you're into that, make sure and subscribe and go follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Okay, so this tinted moisturizer has been very, very popular. I say that because I looked on the Sephora app last night and most shades are sold out. It does come in 24 shades and I picked mine up in the shade 28 Cool 28C. I do think it's a bit light for me, but we are going to test it out for you. Now it does come with like an ergonomic type of bottle here. I don't know what this is for. I should probably do more research on that. But when you twist off the top, there's a little spout or a little squirty bottle type of situation. And that's what the foundation looks like. As you can see, it is a bit runny. And I guess that makes sense for a tinted moisturizer. Now, I've never used any of the Rare Beauty complexion products, so I was very excited to pick this up. Anytime a new foundation comes out, I like to go more for like very natural or lighter coverage. I don't like things that are too full coverage. And so this just seemed right up my alley. It launched right when the Sephora sale started, so I picked it up. Like tinted moisturizers, you can kind of get away with not getting your exact shade, and it is very forgiving since the coverage is so light. And so you'll see, even though I think this is a bit light for me, it still does work. So I'm not going to return it or anything, but yeah. It is a bit light, and it's, again, 28C. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and demo this for you and apply it the way that I have been applying it, and then we'll come back with a full face of makeup, and I'll give you my thoughts so that we can start the wear test. I'll do 1 or 2 check-ins throughout the day, see how it's wearing, what it's looking like, and then we'll come back at the end of the night, and I'll share my final thoughts after wearing it for 4 days. So I've been wearing it with one of my favorite primers lately, and I've shared this before, but it's the Rare Beauty Pore Diffusing Primer. They do have a light illuminating primer, which is more glowy. I have oily skin, so that's not something I'm going to be into, but this one is really good, you guys. Like, just so you guys can see, like, I'm almost out. And it is the mini size. It's not the full size, but it's really, really good. All right, so I normally concentrate the primer in the center of my face, and then whatever's left over, I will put it throughout. The oiliest sections on my face are going to be this area here, but sometimes even my cheeks. I mean, I'm in Texas. It's getting warmer. Spring is definitely here, so we do want to keep oil production at bay. Okay, so normally what I do is I just shake it up really good, and then I will put a little bit of the product on my hand like this, and then I go in with my fingers. I know some people don't like to do that, but especially with a tinted moisturizer, I find that that's the way that we can really work it in. It's more going to be of a liquidy consistency, so it works really well. Now, as you can see, I feel like it's a little too light for me, but with tinted moisturizers, like I said, you always get like, it's more forgiving with the shades. The pigments are not as strong, and so they kind of dissipate, and even if you don't have your exact shade, it works. It's already looking so good, you guys. Putting a little bit on my neck. Now, even though this is SPF 20, it has a little bit of sunscreen. I don't ever rely on my tinted moisturizers or foundations for sunscreen. And the one that I'm wearing today is my Tatcha Silk Sunscreen, and it's not pilling up on me with this product. Sometimes that can happen if you have too many products with SPF. It's going on very, very smooth. It feels like a moisturizer, and as you can see, like, there's not a lot of coverage. There's not a lot of coverage. Let me bring you in just a little closer. So that's what we've got going on right there. I have just a tiny little bit left here on my hand. So I will put it here and see if we can build it up, which a tiny bit. I really tried to build it up a couple times. It doesn't really build up that much, you guys. It is very, very light coverage, feels just like a moisturizer, but that's what I like. Just so you can see what it looks on the skin, it is blurring because I have large pores, you guys. I've been honest about that. I have large pores and you can't really see them. I will say that that is probably like the combination of both the primer and the tinted moisturizer, but I did wear the tinted moisturizer on its own one of the days, and it is pore blurring. It looks really nice on the skin. It doesn't sink into any pores or fine lines, and I really like that. Now, when I wear really light coverage like this, I like to go in with a medium concealer, not a full coverage concealer. So the one that I'm going to be using today is the LYS concealer. I don't have the Rare Beauty one. So let me go ahead and go off camera, do the rest of my makeup, and I'll come back. Just so that we know though, like I'm going to start the foundation test now, which it's almost 9 o'clock. So 8:56 there. And I'll put the rest of my makeup on and I'll come back, but I want to start the wear test now. All right, I'll be back. Okay guys, so it is like several hours later. I did my foundation, my powder like you saw last, and then I just started working and I forgot. So it's kind of like my little break. I forgot to take a lunch, but here we are. So we are, let me see, it has been about 4.5 hours, almost 5 hours. The foundation looks good. I didn't really mess with like powders or anything like that from what you saw this morning. All I did was I was like swatching blushes. And I even like took some off, which after I did it, I was like, shit, my foundation, but nothing moved. Everything looks perfect. I love it, love it, love it. This is what it looks like in natural daylight, which is what I film in now. If you're interested about the blushes or the little eye look I got going on, that video should be up probably the same day as today, maybe Sunday. So just be on the lookout for that. But everything looks great. Honestly, like I just don't feel like, I don't know, like I don't feel like the need to touch up. I don't feel like I'm oily, which is crazy. It might be because this coverage is pretty light. And I did go in, as you remember, with my pore diffusing primer, which is somewhat of not mattifying, but it just diffuses the pores and it really does control my oil and my shine. So maybe that's what it is. Like I don't have, I look made up because of like the blushes and stuff, but I don't have like layers and layers of makeup on. So maybe that's what it is, but everything's looking really, really good. I'm probably gonna wait like another, I mean, at least 4 hours. It's still early in the day. And I'll come back and show you. Hopefully we blot by then to see how much oil production I have. This is not normal. Like by this time, 4.5 hours in, I should have had to blot. Now, if I do feel a little bit of oil, but nothing crazy to where I'm gonna blot and use one of my sheets. Like it's just not enough. And I even have a little bit of highlighter on my nose and I just don't feel oily. That looks nice. Like you can see my pores a little bit, but not like crazy how they normally look. And it just looks like skin. So I'm really, really happy with how it's looking. Let's see if I can shift. Here we go. I'm really happy with how it's looking so far. It feels really nice. It feels like I can feel a little bit of makeup, but nothing crazy. So I'll be back at the end of the day. We'll blot. We'll see how much oil we produced. That's nasty, but we'll do that and then we'll wrap it up. Hey guys, okay, so it's the end of the night. It's about 7:46, almost 8 p.m. I've worn this for about 11 hours for a tinted moisturizer. I think that's a really good wear test. I want to look at it quickly. I can tell you that my face, my actual face, like this part, still looks very much like I have everything intact. My nose is, it is oily, it is dewy, but it doesn't look like I've lost coverage anywhere, which is just crazy to me because that's not the norm with a tinted moisturizer. So let's go ahead and take my my Tatcha blotting sheets and we'll go ahead and blot. Sensitive classes, look away, you know the drill. There's a lot of, wow. Okay, so this is what we got. I think if you really wanted to go back and look, when I blot at the end of my foundation reviews, I mean, it's like one blotting sheet is almost not enough. Right now, we still have quite a bit of space to blot the oils off our face. And I'm going to show you in just a second what my actual complexion looks like. Okay, so I blotted my face. I can tell you that the actual tinted moisturizer is missing from my nose. This is the Tatcha blotting sheets. They're really, really good about not picking up the foundation, not picking up the product. So the fact that the tinted moisturizer is completely gone, I mean, just kind of, you know, it is what's going to happen with oily skin type and a tinted moisturizer. But other than that, the rest of my face looks really, really good, you guys. And I feel like even if we just touched up with a little bit of powder, I'm going in with my Physicians Formula powder, we would be ready to maybe go an extra couple hours. It touches up beautifully. If you haven't guessed by now, I absolutely love this tinted moisturizer. I think that she did a really great job with formulating this. But I mean, I'm not shocked just because I've seen so many good reviews of the brand so far. I just felt like the first foundation was mostly geared towards dry skin types, and I have a very oily skin type, so this one works for me. I really, really like it. I think that if you're in the market for a tinted moisturizer, this could be a really good one. Just to give you like some comparable products in case you already have them, so that you can kind of gauge what type of coverage it's going to give you. The Rare Beauty Super Light Tinted Moisturizer compares to maybe the Fenty Beauty Blur Skin Tint. It will compare to the MAC Studio Radiance Face and Body. It definitely compares to this in coverage. It does compare to the CoverGirl Clean Fresh, if you're looking for a drugstore option. And then I think that Tower 28 Sunny Days, definitely a tinted moisturizer. This probably has a little bit more coverage than the Rare Beauty, but just wanted to give you some options. So there is my, I guess, 11-hour wear test. I did wear it over 4 days. My thoughts are that if you're in the market for a tinted moisturizer, this is a really, really good one, you guys. And I mean, I don't know. It's just like another win for Rare Beauty from what I've seen. I did see that most shades are sold out, maybe because of the Sephora VIB sale, but if you're interested, I think that you would be really happy with this moisturizer. So thank you guys so much for sticking around for my review. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was helpful. If you have any questions, leave those down below. Make sure and give me a like and subscribe. And go follow me on Instagram and Twitter. I'll be over there hanging out, talking about the makeups. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching my video. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!